Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Monday, where every Monday I post a new video. In today's video we're going to be making candy pants holder. So basically this is what it looks like. This is it from the side and here it is from the back. And since Valentine's Day is coming up, and I know it's next month, but I'm going to be attending a crafting event. So I'm going to be making these. And yeah. So let's just get into what we're going to need. For this video, you're going to be needing a piece of cardboard, 3 toilet paper rolls, a pencil. You're going to be needing some heartfelt stickers. This is what they look like. You're going to be needing red and white felt. Well, red and white felt. You're going to be needing scissors. Of course, you're going to need hot glue and glue sticks. And you could use any color felt you want. It's really up to you, but I tend to think that red, pink, and white are Valentine's Day colors. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead now and turn my camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing. So first things first, I went ahead, here is I've already been working with some of this, so this is why it looks butched. So here we go. So first thing you want to do is you're going to take one of your toilet paper rolls. I'm just going to go ahead and cut. So you're going to take one of your toilet paper rolls and you're going to go ahead and you're going to roll it and hot glue it in place. So you're just going to go ahead and mark out where you need to cut. So we're going to cut here. And we're going to go ahead and cut here. Cut this off. Move this. So basically, like I mentioned, you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut this and you're going to roll it and you're going to glue it in place as you roll. So this is what it's going to look like. And once you get it rolled and glued in place, you're going to go ahead and take your scissors and you're going to cut a little slit in it. And you're going to cut this little piece off. And this is what you're going to end up with. So once you're going to do this twice, you're going to need 2 of them. And I've already did 2. And here are my 2. So basically you wrap your toilet paper roll in the felt, hot glue it into place. And this is what you're going to end up with. And you're going to need 2 of these like I mentioned. I'm going to go ahead and put this. So yeah, so you're going to need 2. And I'm going to set those to the side because we already got that part done. But just in case, I'll go ahead and... So once again, you're going to roll. And as you roll, you're going to put your hot glue down. And you're going to go all the way around. And you're going to continue to roll as you go. And once again, you're going to end up with it looking like this. Next, we're going to make the shoe. And what I did for my shoe was I took one of my toilet paper rolls. And I just cut out a piece the size that I want. There you have this. And then I am going to go ahead and cut off another piece. And I'm just going to make this one a little bit thinner. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here. And I am just going to go ahead and fold this over until I'm happy with the size that I want. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue here. And I'm just going to go ahead and hold this for a minute. Allow that to dry. And then you're going to have two just like this. This is what they're going to look like. And then you're going to take those and you're going to hot glue them down onto your cardboard. So once you're going to go ahead, take your hot glue, and you're going to just go around the board or the tube. And we're just going to stick that there, and you're just going to hold it here for a minute until it dries. I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure on it. And you're going to take your other one and you're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue there just to secure this so it don't move. And then when you play around with it, it'll go back into the shape of the circle that you want. So we're just going to go ahead and put some hot glue right across here. I'm going to turn this like this. Stick a little bit of glue here. We're going to go ahead, hold that down, pinch these two together, and allow everything to dry. And this is what it looks like on here. Once you do this, you're going to go ahead and you're going to cut it out of the cardboard. And once you cut it out, you're going to end up with it looking like this. So this is what it looks like. There we go. So this is what it looks like. And I went ahead and took a piece of that cardboard. I'm going to grab. I'm just going to take my I'm just going to take my cardboard or the tube, and I'm just going to cut a circle out. So what you're going to do is just cut a circle. Once you get your circle cut, you're going to hold it up there, and you're going to always have to adjust unless you actually trace it, which I don't. I just eyeball it. And then and there it is. And then you're just going to glue that in place. Stick that there. Let that dry, and then you're going to end up with this. Set this to the side, and this is what we have. I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off. There we go. Move this out of the way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of our white felt that we have here, and you want to cut out a circle that's a little bit bigger than your actual circled piece that we cut out. So you want to make sure that this is just a tad bit bigger so it overlaps, so just a little bit. So this is what it's going to look like. I hope y'all can see this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my hot glue, and I'm putting a good amount on. And we're just going to go ahead and put this right on top. And I'm just going to hold this here and let this dry. And I'm going to go around the edges and just stick this down. So this is what we have once this, and I know it's my lighting is kind of hard to see the white because my lighting is white, but and this is what it looks like, which is going to look like this. And we're going to go ahead and take some red felt and we're going to cut a thin strip and wrap it around the shoe. So here is my thin piece of felt that I cut out, and again it can be as thick or as thin as you like, and I'm going to set that to the side. And here we're going to take a piece of, I'm going to cut this off right here. So we're going to take a thin piece of felt, of white felt, and we're just going to cut a strip out of it, and we're just going to use this to wrap around our shoe. So once you get your strip of white, you're going to go ahead and we're going to start here in the front, and we're just going to wrap this around our shoe. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this around. And I'm just going to continue to wrap this around until I got it all covered. So we're going to go ahead and do the other side. Like this. Going to continue to wrap around. Being very careful that you don't burn your fingers like I tend to do. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, finish this off right here. And now we're just going to cut off that extra. And there we have it. Now you're going to take that thin piece of red felt that you cut off earlier, and we're just going to go ahead and wrap this around the shoe. So we're going to start here. And we're just going to go ahead and wrap this around. Once again, be careful that you don't burn your fingers. Going over here. And we're going to go in here. Just like this. And we're going to go around here. And before I try to seal that off. I'm going to cut another piece of that thin felt because I didn't cut mine quite long enough, but that's okay. It's an easy fix. So I just cut off a little piece, and I'm just going to go ahead, stick that right up against here, like that. Put a little bit here. And then we're just going to overlap it. So I am just going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue right down through here. Going to go ahead, stick that on. And there we have it. This is what it looks like. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my red felt stickers that I have here, and I'm just going to go ahead and put one right on top, and we're just going to put this right in the middle. And here are our shoes. Let's move that out the way. So now we're just going to set these aside and let them dry. So we're going to go ahead and grab our pants, and we're just going to work on these. So what we're going to do now, so I'm going to set that there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take some hot glue, and we're just going to put some hot glue down the middle. So you want to make sure your two seams match. So you're going to put them together just like this, so it looks like that. So I'm going to go ahead, put some hot glue right down through here. And we're just going to go ahead and stick these two together. And I'm going to put some pressure on them, and we're going to hold these just like this. Normally I would clamp these, but I'm just going to go ahead and hold them. Going to hold them a little longer and let them dry. So now that our pants have dried, or is dry, we can go ahead and move on to our next part, which will be, this is where you pick what color stickers you want. And so I have some white, some pink, and red. Even though we have red here, I'm still going to be using red. But before I do that, I think I want to go ahead and grab some of my white, because we're going to make a little belt for our little pair of pants. So I am just cutting off another strip of this white felt. So we have a piece of our white felt. I'm just going to give this a little tug just to stretch it out a little bit. And then I'm just going to pick where I want this, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it all the way around. So we're going to start here. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right here and right here. Going to put this right on top. Hold it there just like that. And we're going to go ahead and go all the way around. Gluing it all the way around. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing with the other end. And that's where it's going to end. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Give this a little tug. There we go. So now I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this side. So I'm just going to go ahead, put some hot glue right across here, going all the way around. And now I'm just going to stick a little piece right here. And that's going to be the belt loop, or where the belt goes. So we're going to put a little bit of hot glue here. And I'm going to stick this right here just like that. And I want this part to be like this. So now I'm going to grab some red felt, and I'm just going to cut some random strips, and I'm not sure how many I'm going to need just yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and just cut a few. Well, actually just maybe 2. Let's do 1 more. And these are going to be what I'm going to be using as my belt loops. So let's go ahead and just cut and just see how long we need to make them. So I'm going to make that just a little bit longer. So basically I just cut a strip like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it like this. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue right under the bottom. Grab my strip, put that there, and then we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue on the inside, and we're just going to overlap it, and this is what you're going to get. That's going to be your little loop. And I am just going to go ahead and continue to go all the way around my belt loop. So now that we're almost around, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more back here. So we're going to put 1 here, and we're going to put 1 here. So we're going to go ahead, stick that on here just like that. Do the same with the other one. And now we're going to, once again, we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue down in the middle on the inside of it. Fold it over and press into place. Fold over, press into place. So this is what it looks like. So now we have belt loops all the way around. So now we're going to go ahead and take some of those stickers, and I'm just going to you can just stick these wherever you want. I'm just going to stick one maybe here. Put one. Let's put a pink one here. And we can use the red one to go here. So this is what it'll look like. I think that's cute. I'm just going to go ahead, put a little bit of hot glue right in the middle, and stick this right there. And this is what we have so far. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and attach our shoes into place. So I'm going to go ahead. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your shoe, and we're just going to stick that flush on here just like this. And we're going to let that dry. So I'm just going to grab some hot glue, and we're just going to go around the whole base of the bottom of the pants, which would be the leg of the pants, and you're going to put a good amount of hot glue, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to hold that shoe, and we're just going to stick this on here just like this, and we're going to hold this for a minute. Turn it, making sure that it's nice and even. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other one. And before I glue it down, I'm going to just take a look. All right. And I still got to add the heart-shaped sticker to the shoe that we have here. So I'm just going to go ahead, put some hot glue right on the back of this. And we're just going to stick this right there. Now, once again, I'm going to go ahead, hot glue right on the bottom. And remember, you're going to do a good amount because you want this to hold. So we're just going to hold this here and let everything dry. So this is what we have so far. Now, if you want to do little bitty shoestrings, I made these out of pipe cleaners. And that's only if you want to. I think I am going to. So what I'm going to do is take a pipe cleaner. I want to make sure they're the same size so that my shoestrings come out even. Cut that off. So basically all I'm doing is just taking it and bending the ends just like that. I'm not even really making any knots or anything. So I'm just going to take this, push my finger through like that. Do the other side like that. Or you can totally leave them out. I don't know. I don't know what ways look best. I kind of like the way it is. But I'm not sure if I want to do shoestrings or not. Let's see. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do shoestrings. So basically I'm just going to take it, loop it like this, bring this up, loop it like that. Just push in my ends like this. Give it a quick twist. Or you could just make bows, and then just cut it off. And there we have it. And I have two here. I'm just going to go ahead, put a little bit of hot glue in place and stick on my shoestrings. And this is what we have. Now the next thing that we need to do is add our little suspenders that we have here. So basically what I did for the suspenders is I went ahead and cut a strip of my felt. So I cut a strip of felt, and then I took a pipe cleaner And only reason I went with pipe cleaners because pipe cleaners are bendable and flexible, and as you can see, you can shape the suspenders any way you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna cut a little bit of this just to clean it up a little bit. And you can use any color pipe cleaners you want to, really up to you. Doesn't matter what color they are because they're not going to be seen anyways. So once you get that down, you're going to go ahead. I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off. And we're just going to go ahead and stick this pipe cleaner right down on top of that hot glue, being very careful that you do not burn your fingers. So now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and just start hot gluing it all together. So you're going to put a little bit there, and you're basically just going to pinch your ends together. And we're going to keep going. Be very, very careful because hot glue is very hot, and yeah. So I'm thinking that YouTube is going to see this video as being for a kid, so they're most likely going to cut my comments off. So yeah, you may not be able to leave a comment, but we can see. I don't recommend making a kid make this because I don't recommend a kid that's super young be using a hot glue gun by themselves because, well, you can get burnt very bad. I've been burnt so bad that it took the skin clear off. So this is what it looks like once you get it all glued. And as you can see, it's flexible. You can shape it any way you want. And you're going to need two. And I have one here. So I already have my two. And I'm just going to make sure that they're even. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off. And now we're going to go ahead and glue these into place. So to glue these into place, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim this up a little bit like this. We're going to stick this here just like that. So we're going to put some hot glue right on the suspender. We're going to put this right there, and you're going to hold this just for a minute. Allow it time to dry. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that little bit off. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other one. So we're going to go ahead, stick this one right here. So once again, put a little bit of hot glue right on it. Stick this down just like this. I'm just going to hold this here. And now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing in the back. So I'm going to turn this one around so I can see where I put it. So I'm going to stick this one right here. So once again, we're going to go ahead and stick this one right here. So once again, I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right there. Go ahead, stick this right here, hold it. Do the same thing to the other side. Put a little bit of hot glue. Pinch it. Hold it here. just like this for a minute. So this is what we have. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and position. I didn't hold this long enough, so I gotta add some more hot glue. So I'm just gonna hold this just for a little bit longer to allow it time to completely dry. And then you can play around and adjust your suspenders any way you want. It's really up to you. This is why I use pipe cleaner, because you could make it as flexible as you want. You can move them around. And now the next thing is to go ahead and put candy in. And I got random candy, so it really depends on what you want. And I got a bunch of candy here, so I'm just gonna start sticking stuff in it. But you can do whatever you want. I'm gonna put some Skittles in here. Let's put a candy bar. Nah, let's not. So I got a lot of candy. It was given to me. It was some candy that was given to me after a function that we had at my church. And of course I can't eat all of it by myself, so I'm just gonna randomly stick this candy down off in here. And like I said, you can stick whatever type of candy you want. I really don't have no certain candy in mind to stick in here. I'm just basically sticking in here whatever I get my hands on is what's going in. I have some lollipop or some little candies that I have here also. So I'm just going to randomly stick these in here. And let's stick one more thing. Get that out the way. And there we have it. This is our little candy holder. I have two here. Here they are. So yeah, how cute are these? Gonna go ahead and turn my camera back up so y'all can see me. Okay, so that is it for this video. If you like it, please give me a like and a thumbs up. If you would like to see any other type of video, please let me know in the comment box below. If my comments are not disabled, or if YouTube has cut off my comments, because they're probably going to think these were meant for kids, which they are. So my comments might be disabled, but if you like to ask me a question about them, you can do so. You can find me on Facebook. Yeah. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out of this video. If you like it, please give me a like and a thumbs up. Please feel free to share this video with family and friends. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Would love for you to become part of my YouTube family. And yeah, so thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos. I hope you all have a very nice day. Bye.